I need you, Deck. This is a bad one, the worst yet. There was an escape from the off-world colonies 2 weeks ago. 6 replicants, 3 male, 3 female. They slaughtered 20.
A Blade Runner's job is to hunt down replicants. Manufactured humans you can't tell from the real thing.
What's this?
Roy Batty, probably the leader.
There was just one outfit making replicants that superhuman. The Tyrell Corporation.
Mr. Deckard, Dr. Eldon Tyrell.
I don't get it, Tyrell.
Commerce is our goal here at Tyrell. More human than human is our motto.
I was looking for 6 replicants in a city of 106 million people.
You ever see this girl, huh?
Never seen a Buzzlove.
What I didn't know was they were looking for me.
Questions?
I just do eyes. Genetic design. Just eyes.
Hello?
I'm in a bar here now, down in the 4th sector. Why don't you come on down here and have a drink?
That's not my kind of place.
Time to die.
If I didn't care more than words can say, if I didn't care, would I feel this way? If this isn't love, then
Excuse me, Miss Salome, can I talk to you for a minute?
You for real?
He's a damn one-man slaughterhouse.
I'm going home.
Question for you, because I was at Warner Brothers with you when we were doing these quote unquote Blade Runner director cuts, and they were taking in and out the dialogue or the monologue or the narration rather, and they were putting in the unicorn. And what, if any, was Ridley Scott? I never saw Ridley Scott for one of these projects.
Yeah,
so
he was there.
He was there for this.
He didn't sit in the cutting room going through all the changes.
What did he do?
He discussed what it was he wanted to do, and I think it was the studio that went to him to ask about the director's cut. The director's cut of this is a whole different show. I'm sorry.
I know, but that's okay. We're going to rock it through this.
The Blade Runner director's cut that they put out was really because there were fans out there, collectors, who had the Criterion Laserdisc. And I mean the expensive one. The Criterion put out 2 laser discs, one in CLV and one in CAV, constant linear velocity and constant angular velocity. The CAV disc could only hold 30 minutes of material on each side. So when you got that version of Blade Runner, it was stacked with a number of discs, and it had all this extra material in there with pictures of how they imagined the set, and so a lot of set design, costume design stuff. There was all this extra material in there that they provided for the collectors. Okay, well, people were clamoring for a version of that didn't really exist, because that stuff was done in video. All that extra material was done in video for the home video market. And then suddenly Warner Brothers having to recreate this stuff to put out a theatrical version. So that's the one that went out as went out theatrically as the director's cut, and it took away the voiceover, and it had the unicorn.
Where'd the unicorn footage come from?
I don't
Did
know
we
if it
have
was.
that?
I don't know. I don't remember if it was originally shot of that. I don't remember them actually shooting stuff for that.
I don't think
there.
I don't think they shot anything either. Let me backtrack.
First of all, they did for the final version. With the Ridley's final version on Blu-ray, they actually went back and shot stuff. There was a shot missing, and they needed Harrison Ford, but they got his son Ben, who's actually a chef in West LA or Santa Monica somewhere, and he was exactly the same age as Harrison was when Harrison did the movie. And they got Ben, and Ben did one really quick shot that they did because they were.
What was the shot? What was the shot they did?
It was something that involved when Joanna Cassidy gets shot. It was something in that sequence.
I think I know the show
Ridley
you're talking
was
about
there.
now.
Ridley, I got Ridley to sign I have a Criterion Laserdisc, and I got Ridley to sign it for me.
The thing I want to say about Scott is on those rare occasions where I was in the room with him, he was always easy to deal with, surprisingly. Because this movie was notorious for its hostility between the production elements. But what I wanted to ask about Blade Runner is I've heard that the unicorn footage, and this is an inside Warner Brothers deep dive, that was never shot for Blade Runner, that was ripped later from Legend, another Scott film.
I don't know. I never heard that.
Oh, well, the mystery begins to unfold.
And the guys who did all that, the people who did all that stuff. Okay, so here, I have a feeling this is going to get cut. Okay.
Do you want to cut? Are you about to say something that should get cut?
No. You and I should get together with Gillian Hutchings. She was the editor on all this stuff. All these additional versions and all that. Gillian was the editor on it.
Close out Blade Runner real quick. I agree with you about some of your feelings towards the movie. It's one of the most beautiful movies you can look at. But once you're past the visual, which I'm past maybe 10 or 15 minutes in, the movie does need a little more than what it gives us, I think. And I get a lot of criticism because there's a moment where Walsh, the police commissioner, outlines what happened with these replicants when they hijacked a shuttle and blew it apart. And I always thought that should have kicked off the movie. It would have been a great pace setter at the front of the film. And I get a lot of criticism for that, but I do feel like the movie is missing something, even though it is a work of art. And I'm glad people are out there to appreciate it. They deserve the movie they love, I guess is what I should say.
I think the way to go with that, if someone really wants to see like the best version of that movie, then you get the definitive version, And the point I was making about these director's cuts is that they're never really director's cuts. They are reimaginings.
Your road to redemption is paved with tombstones. No quarter, kill all masters. Go to noquarterkillallmasters.com. Rated R.